The more and more I have conversations with artists, the more I start to realize that a lot of them are still stuck in their old ways. They're still chasing A&Rs, chasing record label deals and expecting that to transform their life overnight. And the thing that a lot of artists don't do is that they don't study the business and understand what is truly going on. How major labels work is exactly like this. Let's just say hypothetically they have $1 million to spend in a year, right? In this million, they're going to sign, let's say 100 artists. And out of those 100 artists, majority of them are going to be over here, which are going to be artists that don't make them their money back. They're going to be artists that fail because maybe they get shelved, maybe they don't appeal to the audience, maybe they don't get radio play, so on and so forth. And it's only a select few that end up making it to become, the Drakes, the Dua Lipas, or an Ed Sheeran. In saying this, what ends up happening is that the labels end up making their money back on this small group of people that become massively successful, and all these other people over here are literally just stuck in the same cycle. And I've worked with Grammy-nominated artists, songwriters, producers, engineers. I work with people with diamond plaques and also platinum plaques as well. So this is stuff that I've seen with my own two eyes, with being in the industry for over 7 years now. Now, for those that don't know me, I'm OkikiBeats. I'm a producer, engineer, and I also help artists create content engines that is going to turn their content into an audience and help them monetize their audience. And in today's video, we're going to understand how you as an artist can actually start to take your career into your own hands, start to create content that actually works for yourself, start to actually build an audience, and again, go full-time from this because you're able to monetize that audience. So what I got right here is the CCC system. This is a system that is for artists, producers, and creators overall, and I created it simply because I've been in the position and I've also seen people in this position time and time again. But on the other hand, I've also seen people that have been able to escape this whole rat race, which is chasing this, cycle of wanting to be signed by a major label, etc. And now they are flourishing. They're independent artists, or they're working alongside a label because they were able to build leverage before signing to a label. And with this old route of trying to become full-time in music by chasing A&Rs, co-signs, and also industry attention, you end up staying stuck in the same routine. The reality is, even artists who sign don't always get the outcome that they expected. Many get shelved, right? And some blow up and still end up broke. We've seen time and time again different case scenarios of artists that have gone rich and end up broke. Tupac is a great example of that. RIP Tupac. But I've literally made videos about how his mother literally said that, look, when my son died, he was broke. Unfortunately, the label took advantage of him and they ended up getting rich. He ended up staying broke and his family had to fight for his money in order for them to actually make a living. So being able to even blow up and becoming broke is even a small percentage of the people because, let's be real, a majority of people don't even see enough consistent momentum to even make any impact and actually go full time with this. So the new way is completely different. We've seen it time and time again. This is not about reinventing the wheel. This is about me showing you guys a system that clearly works, a system that clearly helps people transform their entire creativity. And by the end of the video, if you need help in terms of implementing it, and of course, book a call me. The link is literally down in the description below and we can actually get to work. If not, I'm going to give you the game plan so you can implement it yourself if you don't want to work with myself as well. So we need to understand there's a proven strategy and a system that helps you build your own audience, then monetize that audience, whilst keeping control of your brand direction. You can see it from a few examples below. We got people like Russell, for example, who the other day, he actually got sent over 10 grand for one of his songs. Like he's trying to raise 100 grand, I believe over 100 grand for his album, right? An NBA player sent him over 10 grand, and I'll actually show you guys a clip right now. Now, this video is by Talk to Pops. I'm going to show you guys the clip where he's actually able to do this for himself, just in case any of you think I'm capping.
I woke up and I had a sale for $11,000. And I'm like, who the hell would give me $11,000? And it happened to be Kyrie Irving.
LaRussell has changed.
Shout out to Kyrie Irving. So you guys can clearly see that this strategy worked for LaRussell. It also worked for Central C. In the UK, he was able to build his own meta, build his own economy, build his own fan base. And now the guy's doing so much. He got Sinner, the clothing brand. This guy is balling, let's just be real. It's also worked for us as well. The guy's been making a lot of money from his music independently, and he's been talking about it and talking about it, preaching it to people. They still don't listen. The question is, why are you not following this game plan as well? Because beyond these famous names, there are hundreds of artists making a full-time living from this. And they're doing it with smaller audiences. And this is simply because their fan base, they value them. They support them and they buy whatever they offer. So this guide and video is simply showing you guys this approach that you can utilize for yourself. So first, the new way is by building a content leverage system. A content leverage system means you're using your content to, number one, attract the right type of people. There is no point having a lot of people watch your content and listen to your music, etc. if those aren't even your audience and they're not even willing to pay for your tickets if you actually have, an album launch or if you have a show, for example. And the thing is, you want to build a fan base that really rocks with you. You don't want to just have random people watching your thing, go viral, all of a sudden you rise to the top, you end up dropping because you weren't able to sustain them and keep them because they weren't here for you. They were just here for that song. Outside of that, we need to keep them engaged. You need to feed them, bro. Feed your fan base. You want to build trust. And outside of that, you need to convert that attention into income. The aim isn't about posting for more likes or for more views. It's about posting with intention. And here are the principles, because I like to live my life by principles, and I believe principles are the best way for you to learn anything and implement anything into your life. Principle number one, you need to know who you are and what you're building. Before you can even post anything consistently, you need clarity. Ask yourself, do I want to have music as a full-time career? What does full-time actually mean when it comes to money? Let's get very, very nitty-gritty when it comes to the numbers. Are we talking 1K per month, 2K? Are we talking 5K, 10K per month? And what lifestyle are you aiming for? I know creators that, yes, maybe they're not millionaires, but they're traveling around the world whenever they want. They're able to connect with their fan base whenever they want, and they're full-time from this. You do not need $1 million in order for you to live the type of lifestyle that I'm pretty sure you really want. But hey, what do I know? It's down to you to make the decision and actually follow this game plan to make it a reality for yourself. Outside of that, what do you want to be known for? We need to understand that a brand is who do people actually see and what do people say about you when you are not there, when you're not in the room. They need to associate your brand with something in particular so that they feel a certain type of energy towards you. Are you the artist that they listen to when it comes to, riding home at night? Are you the artist that they listen to when they're with their missus, and they're getting jiggy? Are you the type of artist that they listen to whenever they're trying to get motivated and get some money? You need to paint that very, very clearly and understand how you're going to portray that when it comes to your brand. Outside of that, you need to paint the vision. You write down a 12-month goal. You then break that down into quarterly goals. And outside of that, you want to create a weekly target. So your output, your growth, plus your income. The clearer you are with your goals, the clearer it's going to be in order to actually create a plan to execute and make this come to fruition. Outside of that, you need to define your values. You write it down. What do you stand for? What are the things that you stand for and what are the things that you don't stand for? People need to look at you and understand that, look, this person, they vibe with this, they don't vibe with that. Russ, for example. Russ is a great example of that because he clearly shows you that he's pro-independent. He's pro-owning your stuff. He's pro-doing it yourself. He isn't for the label system. He doesn't believe in it. He only did it and only went into label system because he wanted radio playing to see what was going on in regards to that. But in reality, it didn't really affect his career too much. This is about taking agency and allowing people that you're taking agency with, which is your fan base, to really rock with you because you are especially unique to them. You are very special to them because you represent who they are. And when people understand you, they support you. Now, principle number 2, you want to study what works properly. Most artists study the wrong thing. They look at what an artist is doing now when the artist has already built momentum for themselves. Instead, you need to understand what they did before they had all the attention. You want to understand what type of content helped them actually break through. You want to also understand how they position themselves early and also the story they told consistently through their music. I was talking about Darko, she's an artist here in the UK, and how people were saying that, look, she spent 42K on a release. If she wants a release as a major artist right now, it's going to cost her over 40 grand to get it done. For my Americans, that's like 45 to 50K dollars. In saying that, that's completely fine for a mid to high tier artist. But when you're an independent artist, you're looking at that video and you're probably thinking to yourself, bro, I don't have access to that amount of money. How am I going to actually make this achievable for yourself? What you're not realizing is that you're meeting Darko and you're meeting these artists when they're in these interviews, in these podcasts, explaining this, right? You're meeting them at where they're at instead of thinking, okay, where were they when they were in the same position that I'm in right now? If you start thinking from that perspective, you are going to be able to unlock better results because you're going to be able to reverse engineer and actually get to the destination. I actually made a short form video in regards to that. So I'll leave it down below in case you guys want to follow my TikTok, my IG, etc. and actually see the game I have to say there. In saying that, you want to understand how to do it. So I suggest pick 2 to 3 artists within your niche and understand what type of success that you want. Break down their early posts, their captions, their messaging, their visual style, their personality on camera. Sometimes you don't always have to be the extroverted person. You can be introverted. At the current moment, my artist is called Figs O here in the UK. He is very introverted as an artist. In fact, people don't even know what he looks like. I'll show you guys right now. Here is a great example of what is actually possible. I do not take entire credit for Figs O's career, but you already know we locked in from literally day 0. We built this together, right? So in saying this, look, Figs O, you automatically go to his page. You can see his aesthetic. He has the color red going on. There is a theme. You can see he's also wearing a mask. You can see, for example, he got, you know, aesthetic when it comes to his visuals and how he's portraying himself. He was on our radar. He was here with big producers here in the UK, etc., getting co-signs as well from big people in America. We sold out a show, him and his brother, 500 people capacity on his first show, and it sold out very, very quickly. We're now on a tour and we're very, very close to selling this out very, very quickly as well. It's literally happening in 2 to 3 weeks. This is something that it can work for anyone, bro. It's been working and it can work for anyone. Why isn't it working for you? It's simply because you don't know the game plan. And if you know the game plan, you're not implementing the information. That's the reason why I coach artists on how to do this and actually how to make this a reality for themselves. Now, outside of that, you want to also understand your reoccurring content formats. I just literally showed you a case of that. You want to understand how they're evolving fans. One great thing that I can say about Figs O is that, yes, he's introverted, but he's always going to engage with his fan base. If his fans make a video, he's going to like it, share it, maybe even comment or something like that. Bro, the guy's active. That's how you need to be as an artist. You need to connect with your fan base. And what are they repeated over and over again? You're not copying. That's the biggest thing. People believe that the key is to copy other people. You don't want to copy. Great artists, they steal. My aim is to help you steal. The whole idea of what stealing means is that we don't want to just copy something. We want to copy it, innovate on it, and actually make it our own. That is how you create greatness for yourself. You're learning patterns that work, then applying them in your own voice. Principle 3, you implement the system, the simple but golden framework. And implementation comes down to 4 things. Number 1, content. You need a reliable way in order for you to actually create content that is very, very repeatable. Your content should generally fall into categories like this: your story, your process, your proof, your personality, and your product. Because all of these things, when you combine them together, it leads to you as a brand. It leads to you as an artist. People understand who you are, what you stand for, and who you are to them as an audience as well. The goal is simple. You want to make people feel as if they know you. Because if they feel as if they know you, then guess what? They like you. If they like you, they become your fan base and they become your audience. That is what creates loyal fans. Number 2, we want to convert. You want to get fans to commit. To scale content, you eventually need support. You need a team, right? A lot of people believe they can do it themselves. They get overwhelmed and they end up crashing. The biggest thing that has been a game changer for myself, for the people I work with, is that we have team members. The team members all specialize in one thing. And yes, maybe we're all multifaceted and we can do multiple things. Everyone wears their own cap and only plays another position if they need to. For example, me creating content, I got video editors that are uploading my clips every single day. I got people that are literally responding to my clients right now in my DMs. I got people that can take sales calls for me if they need to, right? That's me running the business. You as an artist, you don't even need to go as crazy as that. A video editor can help you out, right? Have a friend that records you. Have someone that edits your short form content. A videographer once a month. Once a month, if you dedicate maybe a day to doing proper content, you have content ready for a month. I would recommend once a week personally, if you're really trying to take this to another level. But once a month is more than calm, right? A designer for covers, a scheduler to help you stay organized. And the thing is, you don't need a massive budget. You need the knowledge and implementation, right? The system is the most important thing. This is the system where content meets normal, not stressful. And number 3, cash. This is the fun part. This is where you build an audience, which is of course step 1, then you turn it into income, which is step number 2. Monetization comes from having a clear offer, a clear funnel, a clear way for fans to really support you, because if a fan likes you, they're going to want to pay towards whatever you got going on. Everyone supports their fan in a certain type of way, whether you're going to shows, whether there's extra exclusive content that you got for your fans, whether you're even teaching your fans different type of things. There's so many creative ideas that you can have, right? And of course, those are the type of things that I help my clients basically achieve on those calls and through the coaching, because we're able to understand, tailor the plan specifically for you. Now, if you want help building this properly, I'm going to leave this document down below so you can actually have this cheat sheet for yourself. I share it out. It's been helping quite a lot of people. You can literally see someone on it right now for the entirety of us recording this video, right? So it's helping people. I'm getting a lot of positive feedback in regards to it. But understand that this guide is only a foundation. The link will be there for you guys to have. If you want help when it comes to building a content leverage system specifically for you, for your brand, for your sound, for your personality and your goals, then book a call with me. Click the link down below to book a call, and we'll discuss whether my team can help you implement the strategy and actually tailor a plan for you that you can implement and actually turn this into a real thing. If it's helped you out, feel free to leave a subscribe. I'm going to be uploading quite a lot on this channel, and I got a lot of game to also share with you guys on this channel as well. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.